And we welcome you to Dodger Stadium, 1965, as today, Game 2 of the Major League Baseball Dream Season, as will be on March 30th on the 2023 schedule. As today, it will be the 1965 Dodgers taking on Eric. We'll bring Game 2 today of the doubleheader on my debut of this season. As tonight, it will be one of the most classic matchups you'll ever want to watch, as 54,000 have jammed Dodger Stadium to watch a battle between the big unit pitching for the Arizona Diamondbacks, as the Diamondbacks come in with an 0-1 record, will take on the Los Angeles Dodgers and Don Drysdale as Sandy Koufax pitches the opener. Here's your lineups for the Arizona Diamondback. Craig Counsell lead off at second. Steve Finley bats second in center field. Luis Gonzalez bats third. He's in left. Reggie Sanders bats fourth. He's in right. Rizzo Durazo bats fifth. He's your designated hitter. Batting sixth is Matt Williams. He's at third. Mark Grace bats seventh at first. Damian Miller is your catcher batting eighth. And batting ninth is Tony Womack. For your Los Angeles Dodgers, Maury Wills will lead off at short, Jim Gilliam at third, Willie Davis at center, Lou Johnson batting fourth and left, Ron Fairley in right, Jim Lefevre batting. He will bat sixth, playing second base. Batting seventh is Wes Parker. Batting eighth is John Roseborough. And batting ninth is your designated hitter, as we're playing the Universal DH on this 2023 schedule, will be Al Ferreira, as it'll be Johnson against Drysdale here on Game 2 of the Major League Baseball season. Wow, what a performance. We're going to do something a little different tonight, folks. We're going to just play the computerized version, because I'm going to see if that can hold things a little bit better. We are playing full time with card super advanced weather conditions, ballparks, you name it, clutch. And this Dodger Stadium is definitely not a good hitter's ballpark back in the day. Singles are 1 to 2 lefty, 1 to 4 righty. Home runs are only a 1. That is going to be great beneficial to this great Dodger pitching staff. So let's do this from Los Angeles. On the mound, he was 23-12. He's your number 2 starter, 2.78 ERA, 270 hits, and 308 innings. He'll pitch to Counsell, Finley, and Gonzalez here in the first. Counsell waits. He was 2 for 3 in the opener. He steps up, left-handed hitter. Roseborough sets, and here's the pitch from Drysdale. And that'll be a strikeout for Counsell for the first out of the inning. And now here's Steve Finley. He did not play in the opener. He should have, honestly. I'm not sure why he doesn't. Gotta look and see who plays against left-handed pitching. But Finley's 249 hitter, 14 home runs, 67 RBIs. Roseborough puts down the sign. Drysdale with the windup and the pitch. And that'll be a walk to Finley, so he's on at first. So back to now it will be left fielder Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez hitting was 1 for 3 in the opener with an RBI. Of course, this is the year he hit 50 home runs for the Diamondbacks. Left-handed hitter, lots of power. Roseborough puts down the sign. Drysdale from the stretch. Finley to take a lead off first. Let's see if Finley wants to try to steal second base, and he can't. He'll stay put. So he draws a throw back from Drysdale. Roseborough puts down the sign. Drysdale with the pitch to Gonzalez. And that is going to be a drive in the gap, right center field. Fairley dive, makes the good diving catch by Ron Fairley. Came in on it. Here's Reggie Sanders. He'll bat here with 2 outs in the first. He was 2 for 4 in the opener with a home run and 3 runs batted in. And Roseborough puts down the sign. Drysdale with the windup, and here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball to short. Willis goes to short way to LaFay, and that will do it for the first inning here in Los Angeles. Hollywood, it's Arizona nothing, and the Dodgers coming up the bat. Bottom of the first, MLB Dream season. Here we go. This is day 2 of action. On the mound, Randy Johnson, 21-6, 2.49 ERA, 181 hits, 250 innings, 372 strikeouts. Here is your lineup. The Dodgers do not have a good potent lineup. Maury Wills actually 2 for 5 in the opener with an RBI and had a stolen base. He'll switch and bat for the right-hand side. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout for Maury Wills. So Randy Johnson gets the first one. Here's Jim Gilliam hitting 333, 1 for 3, 2 walks, couple strikeouts in the opener. Damon Miller puts down the sign. Randy Johnson, the big unit, the left-hander, the pitch. Jim Gilliam. And that'll be a ground ball to third. Matt Williams comes up, throws a strike to Mark Grace, and there's 2 outs here in the first. And now here's Willie Davis. He was 3 for 3 in the opener with a double and 3 runs batted in. Good start for Willie Davis. Miller puts down the sign. Randy Johnson, the lefty, will pitch to the lefty, Willie Davis. And that's a Cat Jacks popped up behind the plate. That's Dave Miller. He's a 2-1, makes the play. And we have a first inning in the books here in Hollywood. Arizona nothing, Los Angeles nothing. We go to the top of the second here at Dodger Stadium. Again, what we're doing, folks, is playing one game on the schedule and then going ahead and simming the rest. And we'll continue playing that. Might play faster 2-3 days ahead. But right now, I'll see if I can catch up with the day of the schedule so we can kind of play daily if we could. Top of the second, here's Durazo. He's one of those hitters that comes up and plays against right-handers mostly. He had a great year. Hit 269, 12 homers, 38 RBIs. He was 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the opener. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the pitch. Here's a pitch to Durazo. And that's a base hit the right field for Rubio Durazo. So he's on at first with the first hit of the ball game. So now here's Matt Williams. He was 0 for 4 in the opener with a strikeout. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the stretch. Here's a pitch to Matt Williams. And Matt Williams, that could hurt. And Matt Williams will go out for rest of the week. Oh, he goes out. You know he's in trouble. And the trainers will have to help him off the field. That's what we're talking about. With this league with injuries, you have to man your own injuries. So now here is Mark Grace. So that'll be a tough injury. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the stretch. And that is going to be a line drive deep to right center field. Back goes Davis. Way back. And that ball is gone. Mark Grace hits a 2-run homer. And the Arizona Diamondbacks have taken a 2-0 lead. Don't go down on this team, folks. This Arizona team beat the Yankees in the 2001 World Series. They got a team. They're offensive minded. They can play. They got a lot of heart. They got some pitching. Don't think they cannot play, folks. Mark Grace goes deep, far, and gone. So now here's Damon Miller. Holy cow. So Drysdale will give up 30 of them during the season just by Maury Wills. Arizona gets one on a home run by Mark Grace. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Arizona. But now Arizona is going to need a new third baseman. That could be your problem, folks. So let's see who they can put at third base and get them and do something here. With 428 at bats, my guess is we're going to put Jay Bell there. Jay Bell can be a 324 at first. He had the at bats, so we might as well put the guy in who can play. So Jay Bell will go in the game. Sorry, let's put Bell, not Colburn. So there is Jay Bell. So Jay Bell, normally known as a second baseman, played some third. So Dbacks up 1-0. Here is Lou Johnson. Lou Johnson will bat against Randy Johnson, bottom of the second, 1-0 Arizona. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson with the lineup and the pitch. And that's going to be a foul out behind the plate. Miller waits, makes the catch, and there's one away. And here's Ron Fairley. Fairley was 2 for 4 in the opener with a home run. He represents some of the power on this Dodger team. Sign Randy Johnson with the windup, left on left. And chance to make a play. He stamps. That's quickly an E5. So Jay Bell gets in the game and commits the error. Runner on first now and 1 out. And here's Jim Lefevre, or Jim Lefevre. 1 for 4 in the opener double. Right-handed hitter. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that'll be a ground ball down the first. Grace got it. Fairley will go 90 feet to second, and there's 2 outs. So now here's Wes Parker, someone who knew Greg Brady quite well. Parker 0 for 4 in the opener, all strikeout. So he had a tough first game. Right-handed hitter. Miller put down the sign. Johnson from the stretch. Runner on second, 2 out, pitch to Parker. And that's a walk to Parker, and the Dodgers got 2 on and 2 outs. And now here's Johnny Roseboro. 0 for 4 in the opener, a couple strikeouts. He hits in the clutch quite well, so this could be a situation he likes. Left on left. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson from the stretch. First and second, 2 out, pitch to Roseboro. And he struck him out. Randy Johnson comes off the mound. Strands 2. We play 2 here in Hollywood. Arizona 1. And the Dodgers nothing. We go to the top of the third. Here, as we play Baseball Night in America, MLB Dream Season, as we play 2023 schedule was already made for me. So I just put all the teams in that 2023 schedule and playing the same one they played last year. So Arizona started the season with the Dodgers. Here's Tony Womack, top of the third, no out, 1-0 Arizona. Womack 1 for 4 in the opener, a strikeout and a stolen base. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the windup. Here's the pitch. And after a ground ball to second, Lefebvre's got it. Goes to Parker for the first out. Here's Greg Counsell. He's 0 for 1, struck out. Left-handed hitter. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the windup. And here's the Counsell. And that's going to be a struck him out looking. Counsell on strikes as Drysdale gets a big K. Here is Steve Finley. Finley on the gate. Walked his first time up. Still looking for his first at bat on the season. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the big windup to him. And the pitch is a line drive and caught by Lefebvre. And that does it for the Diamondbacks in the third. It's 1-0 Arizona as we go to the bottom of the third. So bottom of the third here, it's Arizona 1, Dodgers 0. Day 2 of action. Long way to go, folks. We'll start picking great games, picking stuff like that. Here's Al Ferreira. He's in there because he clubs lefties in his 81 at-bats, giving him a shot to DH in this situation. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson looks in. Here's the pitch to Al Ferreira. And that's a pop-up behind the plate. That's Damon Miller. Let's see if he comes down with it. Goes up to the screen and makes the play, 1 away. Here's Maury Wills, 1 out. Maury struck out his first time up. He can't steal base if he can't get on base. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that will be a ground ball to second. Wills had a chance. Counsell picks it up, throws a strike to Grace, and there's 2 outs. Here's Jim Gilliam, grounded out his first time up so far. Randy Johnson getting the job done. Miller puts down the sign for him. Johnson nods. Here's the pitch from the big left-hander to Gilliam. And Gilliam hits a line drive deep to left. Gonzalez is there, backs up to the track, and makes the catch to end the third inning. 3 up, 3 down, go to Dodgers. Let's head to the fourth. Arizona 1, LA 0. That's going to be something you're going to have to worry about with this Dodger team. If you're a Dodger fan, is this 65 offense did not get a lot of runs in. And now here is Gonzalez, Sanders, Durazo. Again, this Diamondback team can hit. Left-hand hitter is 0 for 1 with the flyout. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the windup. Here's the pitch to Gonzo. And that's a line drive down the third. Gilliam stabs it for the first out here in the fourth. Here's Reggie Sanders. Always likes to hit left-handed pitching. 0 for 1. Grounded out his first time. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the windup. And here's the pitch to Reggie Sanders. And Sanders hits a drive to left field. Johnson back, makes the catch with 2 outs here in the fourth. Here's a Rubio Durazo. Singled his first time up. Again, he's 1 for 2. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale from the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball the first. Parker got it. Waves up. Drysdale takes it in the bag himself. And we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Arizona 1, Dodgers nothing. A Mark Grace home run in the second inning's been all the scoring. Arizona by a run. So now here is Willie Davis. He'll be followed by Lou Johnson and Ron Fairley. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson to Davis, and here's the pitch. And that will be a strikeout out for Davis. 1 out in the fourth. Here is Lou Johnson. Lou Johnson fouled out his first time up. Miller puts down the sign. Randy Johnson with the big unit, with the left-hander with the pitch. And that will be a beast. First base of the ball game for the Dodgers. Lou Johnson. So Lou Johnson's on. Let's see if he's got some speed here. 70% chance he can steal. 33% chance of getting the lead. He does. Here's the throw, not in time. So Damon Miller threw it down there. Counsell couldn't apply the tag, and Lou Johnson with a stolen base. So the Dodgers now have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Here's Ron Fairley. Fairley with some power. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson, that is Randy Johnson from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 out. The pitch to Fairley. And that is a long drive. That'll be deep. That's left center field. Fairley's not going to get it. Bounces against the wall. Lou Johnson will score from second. Dodgers are on the board. A double for Ron Fairley. So the Dodgers get a hit from Lou Johnson, steals second, and Fairley bangs them home with a double off the wall. Dodger fans go crazy here at Chavez Ravine. 1-1 here in the fourth. And here's Joe LaFay. LaFay so far in the ball game 0 for 1, grounded out. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to LaFay. And that's going to be a liner caught by Womack as Fairley holds. 2 outs. Here's Wes Parker. So Zach Still and him and Greg Brady still kind of feuding over the teacher. 2 outs here in the fourth inning of 1-1 tie. Miller puts down the sign. Randy Johnson. Here's the pitch to Wes Parker. And that's going to be a strikeout out. Good job there by Randy Johnson. And we go to the fifth with the score. Arizona 1, Dodgers 1. We head to the fifth inning here. Fifth inning, 1-1 tie between the 65 Dodgers and the 0-1 Diamondbacks. Game 2 of the season. Dodgers won the opener. Sandy Koufax went 8 innings. Peranowski got the save. Bell, his first at bat. He was 1 for 2 in the opener with a walk. Matt Williams' injury forced Jay Bell to start to play this second game. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the windup. Here's a pitch to Bell. And that will be a base hit for Jay Bell. How about that? He gets in the lineup and he gets a base hit. So Bell's on with 1 out here in the fifth and brings up Mark Grace. Big home run for Mark Grace back in the second. A left-handed hitter. Roseboro puts down the sign for him. Drysdale from the stretch. Runner on first and nobody out. Pitch to Grace. And that's a line pop up the second. LaFay waits for it to come down, makes the catch. And Bell better hold at first with 1 out here in the fifth. And it brings up Damon Miller. Miller's 0 for 1, 0 for 5 so far in the regular season, having a slow start. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale looks in from the stretch. Bell first. Bell's not going anywhere. Here's the pitch to Miller, and that's a strikeout for Miller. And as Drysdale, strikeout number 3. 2 outs in the fifth. And now here's the shortstop, Tony Womack, rounded out his first time up. 1 for 5 on the early season. Womack will swing from the left-hand side. Good speed. Roseboro puts down the sign now. Drysdale working from the stretch. Bell will get a good lead off second, but not really good foot speed. Here's the pitch to Womack. And that is a fly ball left field. Johnson there makes the catch, and the fifth inning is history. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. It's Arizona 1, the Dodgers 1. Arizona 1, 3-1. LA 1, 2-0. Bottom of the fifth here in Hollywood. So here's Roseboro, followed by Ferrara and Maury. Will bat for the Dodgers here in Cali. So Roseboro to bat so far 0 for 1, 0 for 5 on the regular season. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson looks in the big fastball by the big unit. And that's a struck him out, throw right by Roseboro. That's number 5 for the big unit. So here is Al Ferreira. Popped up his first time up. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson looks in, and the big windup to Ferreira. And that's the ground ball to third. Let's see if Jay Bell could come up with this one. He fumbled the first one, throws them out, and gets the second out. So Jay Bell redeems himself and gets the second out. So now here's Maury Wills. He's 0 for 2, struck out and ground out. Maury Wills needs to get on base to be able to generate some offense. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson from the big windup, and here's the pitch. And that is going to be a line drive caught by Bell to end the fifth. Well, folks, we're through 5 here in Hollywood. Not much of a story climax here in Hollywood so far. Just a blah 1-1 game. Arizona 1-3-1. LA 1-2-0. Top of the 6th here in Hollywood of a 1-1 tie. So here's Council. It'll be followed by Finley and Gonzalez here, tie ball game. Don Drysdale pitching the 6th inning. Drysdale's not going anywhere if you're a starter. I'm sure the Dodger bullpen won't be used unless they have to. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the pitch to Council. And that's going to be and caught by LaFay just before it gets field. So 1 out in the 6th. And now it will bring up Steve Finley. This is the dangerous part of this Arizona lineup. Finley 0 for 1 with the line out. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with a big leg kick and the pitch. And that will be a line drive to short as Maury Wills stayed in front of it for the second out. So 2 hit hard balls. But now here's the guy that can hurt you. Luis Gonzalez. 0 for 2. 1 for 5 so far in the regular season. Hit 57 bombs in the 0-1 season, including the big hit that won the World Series against the Yankees in that series. Gonzalez the bat. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the big leg kick and the pitch. And that'll be a ground ball to second. LaFay makes the play to Parker, and the Diamondbacks are done in the 6th. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th. We're still tied at 1. So a classic pitching matchup so far between Randy Johnson and Don Drysdale. Kind of expected that between these two Hall of Fame performers. Gilliam, Davis, and Johnson will bat for the Dodgers. They're going to need to generate some offense. Miller puts down the sign. Randy Johnson with the big pitch to Gilliam. And that's a ground ball down at first. Grace will wave off Johnson, takes to the bag himself, and there's 1 out. So 1 out in the 6th for Jim Gilliam. Gilliam, the ball game is 0 for 2. 1 for 5 so far in the regular season. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson with the long, big pitch to Davis. And that's a strikeout for Randy Johnson. That was his 6th. Holy cow. 6 strikeouts so far for the big unit, Randy Johnson. So with 2 outs and 1 for 2, singled, stole second, and then scored the Dodger only run back in the 4th. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson looks in. Here's the big pitch by the big unit. And that's a base hit for Lou Johnson. He's 2 for 3. So far, he's been the Dodger offense so far. Let's see if he can steal again on Randy Johnson. Again, does he get the lead? No, he doesn't this time. Johnson kept him close. So now runner on first and 2 outs. And here's Ron Fairley. RBI double back in the 4th. That tied this game. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson looks in from the stretch to pitch to Fairley. And that's a strikeout to end the 6th inning. Good job by the big unit as it's Drysdale and Johnson showing their toughness. Johnson through 6 innings, getting 3 hits and a run, 7 Ks, while Drysdale's gone 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, and only 3 Ks. We go to the top of the 7th inning now. It'll be Sanders, DeRozzo, and hopefully the game doesn't have just a little bit of a blurb here. Hopefully it'll just come back real quick here in the 7th. Now we have an auto save. Roseboro puts down the sign. Here we go. Drysdale with the big leg kick and pitch. And Drysdale hits a shot in the gap. Davis puts up the glove. Makes the running catch to retire Reggie Sanders. 1 out in the 7th. Here's a Rubio DeRozzo. 1 for 2. Single back in the 2nd. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the big leg kick and the pitch. And that's a strikeout for DeRozzo. That's number 4 for Drysdale. 2 outs to the 7th. And here's Jay Bell, 1 for 1. Had a single in his first at bat since coming in for Matt Williams. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the windup and pitch to Bell. And a strikeout for Drysdale, his 5th, as we go to the 7th inning stretch with the score. Arizona 1 and the Dodgers 1. Classic pitching matchup here on day 2. 1-1 in the 7th. Holy cow, what a pitching performance here by Drysdale and the big unit. So now Lefevre, followed by Parker and Roseboro, the bat in the 7th. Both teams with 3 hits. Arizona has the only glitch on the error department. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson with a pitch to Lefevre or Lefay. Fly ball left field. That will be Luis Gonzalez. He comes in, waits for it, makes the catch, and there's one away. That's a good Arizona defense. They got 2 threes on the corners, but the E ratings are a 0 for Gonzo and an E1 for Reggie Sanders. And right means they're not going to drop the ball. They're very reliable defenders. Wes Parker again comes up. He's 0 for 1 and a walk. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson, the left-hander, here's the pitch to Wes Parker. And he walks, so Wes Parker is on base. Now, do the Dodgers have anything that they can maybe do something with Parker? Let's see. Wes Parker is a first baseman. He's a 1. You get rid of a 1. He's 6 at first. The potentially pinch run for somebody, and he brings somebody else out there. Now, what do you do there if you were the Dodgers? Let's see. Anybody out? No, you know what? They may not have another first baseman right now. He's probably playing somebody. Probably Al Ferreira. Nope. Wonder who their backup first baseman is. We have to make sure they have a first. Oh, Ron Farrell. No, Ron Farrell is a first baseman. They can maneuver some guys around. So Parker may stay on the bases right now. Let's see. Kennedy, 1 base. Now, his team stole a little bit. I was hoping had someone they could run with, but they don't. So they'll leave Parker at first, 1 out. Johnny Roseboro, 0 for 2, a couple strikeouts. Definitely doesn't look comfortable in there against Johnson. No left-handed hitter does, to be honest. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. And that's another strikeout for Roseboro. Boy, he does not look happy playing against him. It's a John Kruk attitude. 2 outs in the 7th of a 1-1 tie. So now here's Al Ferreira. He's the guy you want in there against left-handed pitching, and a chance here. Run on first, 2 out, a 1-1 tie. We'll see. Does Wes Parker want to run? 42% says he can, but he won't. So he's getting a good lead anyway, kind of forcing Mark Race to play behind him. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson working from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Ferrara. And that's a fly ball left field. Like I said, Gonzalez gets to it. He'll make the catch. He comes up and makes the catch. And we played 7 here in Hollywood with the score. Arizona 1, the Dodgers 1. We head to the 8th inning. So 1-1 in the 8th. Grace followed by Miller and Womack, the bat for the Dbacks. So Drysdale comes out, pitches the 8th inning. He's probably a 9 with 308 innings. One of those won't even have to check. He is an 8, actually. He'll get fatigued in the inning. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the windup. Here's the pitch to Grace. He has a lone hit the home run. Grace hits a shot right field. Dave's back at the track, makes the catch right before the track, and there's 1 away. FU home run. In ballpark conditions, only a 1. So got the 6, only 5% chance. So 1 out in the 8th. And here's Damon Miller. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game, a line out and a strikeout. Roseboro puts down the sign. Drysdale with the windup. Here's the pitch to Miller. And that's a ground ball back to Drysdale. He may fumble this a bit. He does. Does he get to it? Oh, he doesn't. He throws it over Wes Parker's head. Wes Parker goes down the field, gets it. Damon Miller around first and goes to second. And the Arizona Diamondbacks have a gift at second base. So Drysdale had the hit. He might as well just taken it, but he overthrew Parker. Miller to second. Now the Diamondbacks may have a decision to make. They believe it's going to be Rob Barojas is their backup catcher. We'll see if they have somebody else who can run. 14. It's either Cummings or Batista is your possible pinch. Ooh, he's a good bat to take off that bench. I don't know if I want to do that. Mydre Cummings, only 20 at bats, but he's also a 14. So Tony Womack will swing. He likes hitting right-handed pitching. In the 8th inning. Now let's see what I believe that would be who was the Dodger manager in 16? Probably would have been Walter Austin. He's out there. He's on the step. He wants to take an extra couple seconds here and see if they have a lefty that may want to come in for him. This is where you want to turn Womack around and probably not do this. Let's see if they're going to do this. Kekrich, only 10 innings, and there's Brewer, 49 innings. And here comes, and that's not a good look for him. That is not a good look for Walter. That's not a good look for Drysdale. Jim Brewer will come in the ball game, and he'll be the new Dodger pitcher. He does this for matchup reasons. So this will be his first appearance of the year. Koufax or Drysdale goes an official with runner on second is his responsibility. 7 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run it's earned. That run probably would not be earned. So now runner on second, 1 out for Womack. Now he's 1 for 6. Now the question is, does Arizona have something to swing against a lefty who can play shortstop? That would be Cummings. No. Let's see. Where their backup was it probably Bell? See who can also play short. Of course, you can always move Counsell over, but you still need a second baseman. Colburn doesn't play second. So Arizona definitely doesn't have a ton of depth. Bell was it, and he's a 4. So Womack may have to swing in this case. Now, you're not playing all-star team. This is where the depth will hurt you. Run first 1 out. See if maybe Tony Womack can get a piece of it here. +5 for Brewer. Definitely doesn't have a good hold. Roseboro puts down the sign. Jim Brewer from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 out. Pitch to Womack. And that's a ground ball back to Brewer. He sits and throws a strike to Parker as Miller holds that second. But now here's a guy that kind of hits lefties a little bit, and Greg Counsell. Do you pitch to Counsell? I'm sure you do. I don't think you pitch around him and pitch to Finley here, who normally is pretty anemic versus left-handers. Do you let Counsell, who can kind of punch one in somewhere? Again, you don't want to lose this one in the 8th inning and 2 outs. As Walter Austin looks on, runner on second, 1-1 tie here in Los Angeles. Roseboro puts the sign down. Brewer to lefty. Here's the pitch to Counsell, and that's a walk. They pitched around him. I could tell that right now. So Counsell will take first. And now here's Finley. Reason why he did not play in the opener. So let's see here. First and second, 1 out. Again, they can switch guys if they want to, too. So that's not a problem. Yeah, they got guys who love to hit righties on this team, but nothing really about swinging for the fences versus lefties. I mean, Batista could be an option, but he's normally a guy who likes swinging hard against righties. Oh, so Cummings a swing here. It's first and second, 2 outs. They're trying to get the win here. Let's see if Finley can get a hold of one. First and second, 2 out. Brewer in. You want to keep Finley's defense in probably. Roseboro sets the target. Brewer from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Finley, and that's a catch. That could be a problem. Is the play made? No, yes, he does. He makes a great play. Great play by Johnny Roseboro. And Arizona will strand 2. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th here in Los Angeles. Arizona won, and the Dodgers won. Bottom of the 8th. So MLB Dream Season, day 2 of action. Very limited action for this second day. Everyone probably returns back to play tomorrow. So Maury Wills, so there's only about 3 games on the out-of-town scoreboard to show you when we're done. So it'll be, again, Damon Miller will go out. Randy Johnson still in the game. He'll pitch to Wills, Gilliam, and Davis. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson with the windup. Here's the pitch to Wills. That's a fly ball center field. That's why you kept the defense in. Finley comes in, puts the glove up, and makes the catch for the first out. So 1 out in the 8th, and now here's Jim Gilliam. Gilliam 0 for 3. Again, this Dodger lineup just does not hit enough. Miller sets the target. Johnson with the big windup and pitch to Gilliam. And that's a strikeout for Randy Johnson. Caught him looking on the inside corner. That is 9 for the unit in 7 2/3. And here's Willie Davis. Miller puts down the target. Randy Johnson looks in. The big windup lefty to lefty. And that's a ground ball to first. Grace got it. Says Randy Johnson, I could take it myself. Does. And we head to the ninth. So another classic game going to the ninth inning. Arizona won. The Dodgers won. 1-1. We head to the ninth inning. Wow, what a ball game. Gonzalez, we follow by Sanders and DeRozzo. Left, right, left. And he'll go against Jim Brewer. Now, Brewer definitely doesn't have a ton of innings to kind of sit with. Dodgers are at home. So do you bring in Ron Paraneski, who had a save in the opener? Or do you go to one of the white? No, he only had 10 innings. Don't want to do that. So you know what? We'll go to Mr. Bob Miller. So Bob Miller will come in the ball game. You might give the Dodgers some length here. 6-7, 9 saves, 2.97 ERA. This is his first appearance, and he'll pitch to Gonzalez here in the ninth inning of a 1-1 tie. Roseboro sets the target. Miller with the windup and pitch to Gonzalez, and that's a single for Gonzalez. His first hit of the ball game. So now he's on at first and nobody out for Mr. Reggie Sanders. Now, you probably don't take out Sanders here, although the power is all ballpark power. So let's see. Let's see what Danny Hard looks against right-handed pitching. So you know what? Danny Batista will get a swing here. That seems to be the logical approach here. So Mr. Batista will come in. Again, doesn't lose a lot of power to the ballpark, which Sanders does. He was 0 for 4 in the opener. He must play against lefties, which doesn't make as much sense. But he doesn't have an extra platoon, dude. Roseboro sets the target. Miller from the stretch, runner on first and nobody out, pitch to Batista. And that's a fly ball to right field, probably where Sanders wanted it. Fairly makes the catch, and there's one away. Here is Aurelio DeRozzo, still right-hander on the mound, so you leave DeRozzo in there. Roseboro sets. Miller looks in from the stretch, looks to keep Gonzalez close. Parker playing behind him, so between first and second will be open. Here's the pitch to DeRozzo. And that's a strikeout for DeRozzo, his second time today, and there's 2 outs in the ninth. So here's Jay Bell. He's 1 for 2. Normally it's righties pretty well. It's a spot he wants to be in. Roseboro sets the target. Miller from the stretch and the pitch. And that inning for Arizona. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Let's see if LA can walk it off or we'll have free baseball. So the new right fielder will be Danny Batista. So let's see. And Randy Johnson says, leave me in. So Johnson says, leave me in. We'll see what happens. Here's Lou Johnson. He's 2 for 3 in the ball game. Miller puts down the sign. Randy Johnson in the ninth inning and the pitch. And that's a strikeout for Randy Johnson. He gets 10 strikeouts for the big unit. Here's Ron Fairley, 1 out in the ninth. Miller puts down the sign. Johnson with the windup and the pitch. And that's number 11 for Randy Johnson. He's going to go out strong. Here's Jim LaFay. 2 outs. Holy cow. 11 Ks for Randy Johnson. He's going to go out strong here. Wow. We're going to go free baseball. Randy Johnson's going to make sure. Miller puts down the target. Randy Johnson with the pitch to LaFay. And that's a ground ball to short. Womack throws the first, and Randy Johnson has completed 9 innings. What a performance for Randy Johnson. So he'll probably come out in the 10th. Let's see if the Diamondbacks can get him a win. And it'll be Grace, who had the home run way back in the 2nd inning. He'll be followed by Miller and Womack. Miller has innings, so he will stay out there and eat some for the Dodgers here in the 10th. Roseboro puts down the sign. Miller with the windup, the pitch to Grace. And that's a walk to Grace. So Grace is on with a potential go-ahead run. And he could run a little bit for the little guy. Let's see if Grace can get it. 3% chance to steal. Doesn't get it. So he'll stop at first. So now here's Damon Miller. He's kind of been always guy does the right things. Middle of the ball game, had a single, got an error. He's a C. Won't be bunting here. Let's see. Roseboro puts down the sign. Miller from the stretch. Runner on first. Nobody out. Top of the 10th. Here's the pitch. Fly ball center field. Now here is Tony Womack. 0 for 3. Likes to see the righty back in this. Roseboro puts down the sign. Or do the Dodgers turn Womack around again and make him hit lefty again? Oh, let's see. Miller's got the innings, and you kind of don't want to use Paranowski as of yet. Kekich only really had the 10 innings. Will Hyde had 42, and he liked getting out on his lefties, but he also walked a ton. Ooh, running out of get me a double play. Roseboro puts down the sign. Miller from the stretch in the pitch. And that's a ground ball back to Miller. He's a 2E51. He fumbles and he cannot make the play. Miller with the error. First and second, 1 out. That's the second error of the ball game on the LA pitchers. So now Greg Counsell, the batter. First and second, 1 out. The Snakes have a chance to slither past the Dodgers here in the 10th inning. So Counsell here. Roseboro puts down the sign. Miller from the stretch and the pitch. And that's a strikeout for Miller. Good job there. His second strikeout. And now Finley with all that power. Oh, goodness. You know what? Ballpark power is going to cost him. So they're going to pitch to him here with 2 outs. Roseboro sets the target. Miller from the stretch. First and second, 2 outs. Pitch to him. And that is a line drive base hit up the middle. Grace will go to third. Stays right there. Oh, my, he could have. Davis throws it home, and the Diamondbacks have him loaded with 2 outs. So Finley gets a seeing eye base hit. Grace didn't get a good jump off second. Davis came up throwing, and luckily they did, and brings up Gonzo. Can you tell me this doesn't bring back memories for the Yankees? Oh, my. Bases loaded. 2 outs. 1-1 tie. Gonzo up. 1 for 4 in the ball game. Roseboro puts down the sign. Bob Miller from the stretch. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. And that's the ground ball. Does he come up with it? Plays? Yes, he goes to second for the easy 4s. And the Diamondbacks strand 3. Randy Johnson will now come out the ball game. Switch left, right. Let's see. Let's see. That would be left, right. And they're going to go to Ellis here. Instead of going, well, you're not at home. So let's go to Ellis. We'll go to Ellis here. So Ellis will be the choice. He's a reverse righty. He's got good stuff where he gets lefties out. The Dodgers do have 2 lefties up. So here's the one. He's a switch hitting Wes Parker. Bottom of the 10th, 1-1 tie. Arizona up by hits 6-3. Dodgers committed 2 errors. Arizona won. Miller puts on the sign. Ellis with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball to first. Grace at it, fields it, goes to the bag himself, and there's 1 out in the 10th. Here's Roseboro. He's 0 for 3. Miller puts down the sign. Ellis with the windup and the pitch. And that's a ground ball to second. Counsell's got it. This Dodger team just doesn't hit enough. And trying to squeeze a run here. And Al Ferreira, absolutely nothing's against righties. So he'll come out. And that's when you'll get Tommy Davis comes in. He's your DH against right-handers. So Tommy Davis, 0 for 3 in the opener, walking 2 strikeouts. Miller puts down the sign. Ellis looks in and the pitch. And that's he's going to get hurt. A base hit. And he gets shaken up, thankfully. So Tommy Davis stays in the game. Oof, that could have been bad for them. So Davis is on 2 outs. Does he want to run with Maury Wills, the batter? 72% says yes, and he goes. Here's the throw. He got thrown out. What a throw by Miller to second baseman. Counsell lays the tag in. We go to the 11th. Let's wipe the scoreboard clean, folks. It's 1-1. Arizona and the Dodgers. Holy cow, what a ball game. Now here's Danny 0 for 1. Bob Miller will stay in for the Dodgers. Roseboro puts down the sign. Miller with the pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout out. Big strikeout for Miller, his third. So now here's Durazo. He's 1 for 4. And now here comes that. I'll do it. There's no way you're going to let Durazo bat against a righty in this situation. And now they'll go to Paranaski. He was in the opener. He got the save, 1 inning, gave up 2 hits. So it was definitely didn't look like himself. That means that'll probably force Durazo out of the game. He was definitely a guy in there for this reason. So let's see who they have. Possibly Colburn. We'll bring Colburn to hit for Durazo. So Colburn will swing away. Roseboro behind the plate puts the sign down. Left-hander Paranowski in the pitch. And that's a walk to Colburn. So he's on at first. No speed. Runner on first and 1 out. And here's Jay Bell. He's always been known back in his Pirate days to be able to bunt. And the Dodgers are not, or the corner's in. So we're going to go ahead and lay a bunt down. This is where Jay Bell can exceed at. He does, and it's popped up by Parker. Oh, Jay Bell throws the bat down. He can't believe it. And now here's Mark Grace with 2 outs here in the 11th. Grace had the home run way back. He hit that way back in the 2nd inning, and that was the only run so far for these Diamondbacks. Roseboro puts down the sign. Paranaski looks in, lefty on left. Here's the pitch. And that's a base hit. Colburn the third. He'll stop there, and the Diamondbacks are 90 feet away from getting a big run in this ball game. So Mark Grace, and now it brings up Damon Miller, who absolutely gets killed in the clutch. So we'll see if Brojas is any better. He's a 1L, 160 hitter, 106 at bat. Talking about using your entire bench here. Is he going to get snuck here? He doesn't lose anything, gets a couple hits, more power versus righties. Brojas will come in and bat for Miller here. You got to do something and change the narrative here. Brojas will swing. Too many missed opportunities by Miller with runners in scoring position. First and third, 2 outs. Roseboro puts down the sign. Paranaski from the stretch. First and third, 2 outs. Pitch to Brojas. And base hit down the line off the top of the wall. Johnson plays the hop. Colburn will score. They will hold Grace at third, and the Diamondbacks take a 2-1 lead as Boo-Koo Kim gets up in the Diamondback bullpen. Wow, a pinch hit double for Rob Rojas. And here's Tony Womack. Womack the batter, he's 0 for 4. Roseboro sets the sign. Paranaski from the stretch and the pitch. And that with fly ball left field. Johnson is a 3-4. He's going to come in. Does he get? Does. And that will mean we'll see Mr. Kim on the mound for the Diamondbacks. So new catcher will be Brojas. He's a 3-2 plus 1 arm, but they're going to bring in Kim. Kim did not pitch in the opener. He's a new pitcher. Ellis would be in the side of the victory, and they bring the closer out. So it'll be Wills, Gilliam, and Davis for the Dodgers. Last chance for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 11th. Here's Wills. Brojas puts down the sign. Kim looks in. Here's the pitch to Wills. And that's a base hit for Wills, and with a +4, that could be bad news. Holy speed for Maury Wills. 67% says gets it. Goes second and does. So he steals second. Already the Dodgers have a chance to tie this to run second with nobody out. Here's Gilliam. He looks over at his third base coach, wanting to know if he wants to bunt him over. This is like playing modern baseball right now with the ghost runner. He's a bunting C. With the corner's not playing in, he'd still get it. Does he want to do it with Willie Davis on deck? Brojas puts down the sign. Kim looks in. Gilliam thinks he can hit the side of Kim's car because this is where Kim doesn't want his hitters to be on the left side. So here's the pitch. And that will be a line drive deep to right field. Ballpark home run. Batista's got it. He will try for third. Yes, he does. Will just gets inside third. So now with one out in the 11th, the Diamondbacks bring the infield in. The tying run is Maury Wills at third. And here is Willie Davis, 0 for 4. Barojas puts down the sign. Kim working from the stretch. Can he get the save for the Diamondbacks, or will the Dodgers come back and tie or win it? Here's the pitch to Willie Davis. And that's a fly ball center field. Let's see if it's deep enough. Finley is there. Comes in. Charges. The throw. No, it's shallow. Finley makes a strong throw to the plate, and Wills had a hold. Oh, I'm not sure if I want to be the third base coach for the Dodgers right now. You want to send Maury Wills. Not sure what Maury was thinking. 2 outs in the 11th. They'll talk about that on Dodger radio. So now Lou Johnson, 2 for 4 runs scored. If he can get the big hit here, we'll extend it. Otherwise, the Arizona Diamondbacks will tie this series at 1 heading to Game 3. Barojas puts down the sign. Kim working from the stretch. Can Kim close it for the Diamondbacks? And it's going to be a pop up to short. He got him to do it. Womack there makes the catch, and the Diamondbacks will start the season with a split versus the Dodgers. So Boo-Koo Kim gets himself a huge save as Johnson goes 9 innings, strikes out 11, no decision. Ellis came in, pitched a 1 inning, gets the vultured win. Kim gets the save. The loss will go to Perinaski, gave up that double. 2/3 inning, 2 hits, a run. It was earned. Drysdale goes 7 1/3, 4 hits, pitched a great game. Brewer and Miller came in. Of course, you remember Matt Williams way back was hurt for about a week or so. So that's going to be a huge injury for the Diamondbacks. I bet they have a hard time sometimes scoring too. So Matt Williams is not someone you want hurt on this Diamondback team. And have to reshuffle this lineup a little bit. But the Diamondbacks win. The Diamondbacks win 2-1. What a ball game for the Snakes. They'll end up with this win. Wow, the Diamondbacks go to 1-1. Let's see if we have nobody in chat during that out of town scoreboard. What we do, if you're part of our community, this is where we go. This is where we go to action for March the 30th. Not much games in our scoreboard. So we'll see what our deal is here. Dun, dun, dun. It's on the scoreboard. White Sox and Astros, that's Freddie Garcia and Charlie Morton. Mets and Marlins, that's Ojeda and Fernandez. Cook and Hamilton, that's the Rockies and Padres. And then the 1920, the oldest team in the league, Cleveland Indians, because there was not another World Series team. This team actually did pretty much win the World Series, I think, or they lost to the Robins. It's probably the best team I had, put it that way. I didn't want to put the 97 or put this 2016 team in. I wanted a little something different. So again, maybe most Indian fans may not know this team as well. But it'll be Stan Kovalev 2001 Mariners. So let's go ahead, go to the out-of-town scoreboard. Let's set everyone to auto. And then if we want, we can look afterwards and check out the boxes and see what happened in the story. So let's go ahead and put the auto on everybody and go ahead and hit play ball, folks. Out-of-town scoreboard has been released. So Houston Astros win their second game of the year. They defeat the White Sox 5-1. Again, that's the 2005 White Sox. The Mets lose. No, this time the Mets come back and win game 2, 10-5 versus the righty Alex Fernandez. Of course, that is the Mets righty lineup. That's Dykstra, Backman, and a strong Strawberry. Oh, just lost my out-of-town scoreboard. Oh, there it is. Padres defeat the Rockies 2-0. We'll have to find out more about that game. And then the Mariners have defeated the Indians 2 straight games as Aaron Seeley probably pitched a near shutout winning 10-0. Holy cow for a day 2 action. So let's go ahead and look on the statistics now, folks, and see what's going on in baseball. Let's take a look at the stories, folks, and see what's happening here. So, fourth, 3 and the 7er, Morton, loser Garcia. Giles gets his first save. Home runs by Springer and Beltran, both their first. Bregman had 2 base hits at Minute Maid Park. Houston beat Chicago 5-1. That's the second win in a row for the Astros. They're 2-0. Mets Marlins win 10-5. Mets scored 6 in the 7th. Home run by Keith Hernandez, should be in the Hall of Fame. Hernandez went deep, had 4 RBIs as the Mets defeated the Marlins. Scored 10-5 at Pro Player Stadium. Hernandez was seemingly consistent and irritant to the hometown fans as he provided much of the offense for the visitors. He belted a 3-run homer in the 5th inning and laced a base knocking, bringing in a run in the 7th. New York ended up with 14 hits while Florida had 10. Ojeda went 7 innings, allowing 2 runs for the win. Losing pitcher was Alex Fernandez. He gave up 4 runs and 6 hits and 4 in the 3rd innings. Then it was the Padres defeating the Rockies 2-0 as Hamilton won for the Padres over Cook, as the Rockies only had 3 hits. John Vanderwall blasted a home run. He's kind of one of those 7R guys who's in there as a DH, gives the Padres in kind of disadvantage. Joey Hamilton carried a no-hitter in the 6th inning as Jack Murphy Stadium went wild when the Padres beat Rockies by a score of 2-0. Hamilton earned his pay. Solid performance in San Diego. He went 5 2/3 innings, surrendering 1 hit and 2 walks. The right-handed Hamilton had a no-hit bid broken up by Willie Taveras, who singled with 2 outs in the 6th. San Diego out-hit Colorado for the game, 7 hits to 3. Trevor Hoffman came in hell's bells and got the save, his first save of the year. Mariners all over the Indians 10-0. 10-17-0 for the Mariners. 2-1 for the 1920 Indians, who are definitely in a sleepless state. Seeley delivered 7 strong innings. Ichiro had 2 doubles as the Mariners smashed the Indians 10-0. Seeley was solid with the win. He was stingy on the mound, only allowing 2 hits, no walks, in 7 innings. Seattle had many opportunities throughout the game and scored in 6 separate innings. Kovaleski absorbed the loss. He was hit hard. He gave up 13 hits, 2 walks in 6 2/3. Boy, folks, what a ball game. So now, folks, let's go to, I believe it is April 1st. That will be the next series. I think it is. Yes, it is. Saturday, April 1st, 2023. Everyone is in action. These are basically the number 3 starters. We'll pick a game somewhere in there to play. We'll see what sounds fun. These are going to be number 3s. Let's see if there's something in here that jumps out, and we want to do that tomorrow. Let's see. Looking at it, Lincecum could go Giants, Yankees, a day game on a Saturday. That would be Lincecum and Wells. Angels, A's, nothing totally jumps out. Blue Jays, Cardinals is Henkin and Carlton. That's a nice matchup. Tigers and the Rays, that is Lolich and Price, always good. Ruthven and John Gray, that's Phillies and the Rangers. Could do Atlanta, Washington, that's Glavine and Strasburg. And we're seeing Arizona, LA, kind of staying away from that. And Cleveland, Seattle, kind of probably want to stay away from that one. So you got some options sitting there. When we could go to Fenway Park on April 1st, a day game. And as the old-time Orioles of Dave McNally will take on Rick Porcello and the Red Sox. So we'll pick something there, but that sounds fun to do. Might just do that. Otherwise, folks, we thank everyone for popping in. Thank you so much. Again, please come in. Please like. Please subscribe, as we'll go ahead and give you this Stratomatic Dream Season playing Stratomatic. Have a great rest of your night, folks. We'll see you again real soon as we, again, the greats of the game play Stratomatic.